Hey guys, I made a video earlier and I guess it cut off. I didn't know, I thought it wasn't going to post, but apparently it did. Basically, I wanted to share a little story with you. Something that I wasn't sure if I wanted to share openly, but I knew it in my heart. God put it in my heart to share it, to share the story, because if it helps one person, it's worth it. So me and my daughter were talking a while back, and you know, just talking about everyday stuff, and you know, I asked her, like, well, if you had 4 or 5 words to describe me, what would they be? So she said, she said driven, strong, tenacious, misunderstood, which I thought that was interesting. I was like, wow, that's kind of true. And then the next word that came out of her mouth broke my heart. She said sad. And I have been struggling for a while, with so much going on in my life and being overwhelmed and just not finding, not having that inner peace or just feeling grounded. I feel like I'm all over the place. So I didn't think that I was showing that to my children. So that is something that totally took me off guard when she said that. I didn't even know what to say. And I feel like I don't want my children to think that's okay to feel sad in life all the time, and I don't want them to grow up and see that's acceptable. Like, well, my mom was, she was strong, she was driven, she was always moving, and she did everything she could for us, but she was sad. I don't want them to think that's okay for them in their life when they get older and have kids and get married. That's not acceptable. And as a role as a parent, we need to lead by example. So her saying that, I was just thrown back, like, wow, I don't want my kids to think back that their mom was sad. So that got me to thinking of, what I need to do to change that. That's not something to take lightly. If your children are seeing you and they can sense that you're sad, or something's wrong or off, that's something that we need to work on ourselves. It's not something that we can do overnight, but it's something that we can improve on. And a lot of parents, as mothers and fathers, we think that it's self-love and self-care is a luxury. Like, we don't need to do that right away. Oh, whatever, we got to put the kids first always, and we got to do the bills and work and hustle and provide, and we let ourselves slide, and we let in our spirit just die slowly, and we're putting out that, well, for me, the sadness that I was putting out, that I didn't think I was putting out. And I think that's very important. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. If you want to be healthy and if you want to raise healthy children, you need to take care of yourself. You need to spend that time figuring out, okay, what do I need to do for myself, for my health, for my mental health, for my emotional health, for my physical health. Like, that's just so important. And a lot of us take it for granted until we're totally sick and emotionally sick and mentally just exhausted. And I think that's something we shouldn't be putting in the back burner anymore. I mean, for myself, I sat down and had to figure out what it is that I need to do for myself to get me out of this what do you want to call it, funk or whatever that I'm feeling, that I'm actually, it looks like I'm sad and overwhelmed and stressed and just all over the place. So I feel that is number one for me right now, is to improve myself and take the time to figure out, what do I need for myself, for my soul, to have that inner peace, to have, to that self-love for myself, so that I can show my children that they need to do that for themselves as well, that it's important. It's not number 2, number 3, number 4, it's number 1. That's not something that you can let slide. And I think as parents, we need to put that forward. We need to take the time to show the kids, hey, you taking care of you is more important than anything else right now, and that's what you need to focus on. So this got me thinking, and I'm like, you know what, instead of me doing, because a lot of things I like to do on my own, but I feel like I'm cheating people, because I like to share what I learn. And some, I think I shouldn't be like picky of what I share. Like, I don't like to share too much, because I'm not like, I don't want everybody to know everything, but I think there's some things that I should share with people of, you know, maybe share my journey with you guys, with other parents, and show them what I'm doing, you know, just sharing what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working. So I thought about it, and I'm like, well, maybe I should just do like a vlog of just like my journey, trying to find my happiness, trying to find like taking care of myself, and self-care and self-love, and you know, being an example to my children, and you know, so I can be a better wife, a better mom, a better me, you know, because you can't be a better anything until you're a better self, you know. And I found that the hard way. Like, no matter what I do, I always put everyone before me, because they're my heart, they're my love. But I think it's more important that you put yourself first, because you can't help anybody if you're empty and exhausted all the time. You know, it's just not gonna work. And trust me, I've done it. I've tried everything, and I've never put myself first. And I think that's one thing that's hurting me big time. And it's hurting my family, because they're seeing that, and I don't want them to be okay with not putting themselves first, you know, especially when they get married and have kids. So I think my priority right now is going to be you know, finding, you know, just try to find that inner peace, and taking care of myself better, and taking the time to have that, you know, clarity and mental peace too, because you know, it's just exhausting sometimes every day. So, you know, that's my message. I just wanted to share with you guys, you know, I like I said, I don't like to share too much, because I don't want to be teary-eyed in the camera, but I don't like being emotional. But I feel like it's important, and God put it in my heart to share with everyone. And I think, I mean, I just want to let you guys know that it's important to put yourself first. It's not being selfish, it's not being greedy. You need to, that's a survival. You have to survive, you have to put yourself first, period. So I feel like if you want to survive, you need to take care of yourself. You're with yourself every single day, 24 hours a day, you know, and all those thoughts that you're thinking and it's going in your head is affecting you. And you know, some of the things that I've said to myself, I would never even say to my worst enemy. So that is affecting you, you know, it affects everything in your life. So if I wouldn't say that to, you know, if I wouldn't say that to my worst enemy, why am I saying that to myself? So I just need to be self-aware of what thoughts are going into my head, and you know, see, okay, why did that just come to my head? Why am I saying that? And kind of think, but then turn it around, you know, change my perspective on it, because it affects you. And I just wanted to share that little piece with you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. And thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.